Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. Nobody tell me I'm late. I am on time. The stream starts when I start. I am omnipotent on this channel. What, you guys think this is a democracy here on YouTube? No, this is a dictatorship. If I put a time and I show up at a different time, the real time is the time that I show up. Deal with it. Happy weekend. What's going on, everybody? Also, you know that I never like being on time. I'm just drinking some herbal tea, trying to take care of my voice, because I've definitely run it into the ground. But what's good, everybody? What's good, what's good, what's good, what's good? I feel good. I've got some exciting news, updates for you guys, some show footage and festival footage to check out. And then yeah, we'll see where we are on stuff. Time Lady, thank you for all you do. This week was tough, chronic pain and POTS, but I had all your reactions to watch and binge on. Thanks. It's definitely helped distract me. It helps more than people might think. Time Lady, thank you so much. And so sorry you've had a tough week. I'm glad that, I can hopefully imbue you with a little bit of positivity, a little bit of that right spirit and energy, and that's what I try to bring through my videos. And yeah, I'm thankful for that. Thank you so much for the donation. Much love to you. You should react to Knox. It's a different person, I swear, says Owen. I think Knox is a different person. No, I mean, in all honesty, look, I think one of the key things about what I do, right, is that I put on different hats. No cap. So there's the reactor me. The reactor me sits here, has the hat on, cracks really bad dad jokes, and dissects the shit out of stuff like a doctor, right? But like that side of me, the reactor me, is different than who I am as an artist and as a musician. The way that I express myself, what I talk about through my music, like that's probably closer to what I say, like if people want to know more of what I'm like in real life, if that makes sense, right? Because this reactor me, I put on the camera and my job is to be positive for you guys. I have to bring the energy. I'm entertaining you. I am an entertainer over here. Yes, I'm an educator too, but I got to keep it interesting and I got to entertain you guys and make you laugh and do things. And I've said this before, I'm not a music critic, right? I'm not an Anthony Fantano. My job is not here to sit here and just to poo-poo whatever I'm reacting to or hate on it. Because I also produce, because I'm an artist myself, because I love lyricism, there's normally something that I can find that I enjoy breaking down and talking about within a song. And honestly, if it is one that I'm really not feeling, I just don't publish the reaction. Because again, I'm not a music critic. I'm a breakdown channel. I'm here to help you appreciate the artist you want me to break down and appreciate what goes into that artistry. Because I appreciate how hard it is to be an artist, right? So that's that hat that I wear over here. And I think sometimes people confuse that because it's like, oh, well, why is he so aggressive over here? And why is he like sad over here or doing this? Because again, who I am as an artist and the outlet that I use to express myself, which has always been my art since I was a child, like that exists in a different box. You know what I mean? I think people got to see that more through these shows as well. And also you get to see, I love being on stage. I've got a lot of comments that people really enjoyed my stage presence. They really enjoyed hearing me live. And you got to remember, that's how I came up, right? I came up doing shows first. I didn't come up through YouTube. I didn't come up through making videos. I'm still relatively new to this realm of making videos. But I'm learning as I go. And it felt really, really fucking good to play shows again. It's been 5 years. That's way too long. That's crazy. I mean, that's since COVID. Obviously, that happened. Lockdowns happened. I was working multiple jobs at the time on top of doing YouTube, and I had 2 newborn twins, and I'm trying to be a dad and raise a family and do all kinds of stuff. So something had to get put on the sidelines, and it was shows. And I'm not going to lie to you, like, I've been grinding and grinding and grinding. I've been wanting to get back to shows for so long, but it's just, it takes so much time to plan a set, to find the right sound people to do it live, to contact promoters, to book it, to do it right. And it's still going to take more time and stuff. And I just never really had the time. So I'm so glad that I've been given these opportunities to dive back into the world of shows, because now I have started preparing. Now the wheels have started turning. And honestly, like, as much as I love these live streams, as much as I love making videos, for me, there's nothing better than just connecting with you guys on a human level. You know, making eye contact with you guys, just talking to you about music, enjoying time with you, connecting on stage. I love that. I feel so alive. And that's what this streak has given me. Buddy, I'm legally insane. Thank you for the super chats. Hey, much love. Omega, I love your videos. Been hooked since your breakdown of Kill Shot. Thank you so much, Omega. Really appreciate that. What is that? Why's my stuff buzzing? Oh, that was Romaine. Right. Should I turn off the notifications? So yeah, I just thought that we could chop it. We could enjoy some time. I could play some footage for you guys, and then yeah, maybe we'll do some reactions too. Stuff buzzing, says Tanisha. Agnes, your reactions are wonderful, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, Agnes. So yeah, I mean, those of you who are catching up, those of you who don't know, we started this gauntlet, I would say. Let me take you through this journey that I've been on. This journey of exhaustion, of really pushing myself to my limits, because I think I'm still recovering. Like, my body hurts right now. It all started when a lesser-known man known as Marshall Mathers dropped an album. I thought, dope. That's like Christmas come early. Being able to break down Eminem and like just work through the album. The only issue with that is that he dropped the album at the worst time for me, when I knew I had huge opportunities and huge things coming up. And like, it's enough for me to just do one Eminem or two Eminem breakdowns in a week. To do like 3 Eminem breakdowns in a day, within that week, I had a headache. I had migraines. I was exhausted. I'm talking to my wife like, how the hell am I going to get through these shows in this festival? How am I going to get through all this? I remember having to go see Ren, right? We're sat there working on Down on the Beat, which, by the way, is on his Patreon if anybody wants to see that practice. Vic will tell you, Ren will tell you. I got there. I am exhausted. I feel like death. I probably look like death. But he starts playing that music, and we start chopping up that beat on Down on the Beat, and man, it just invigorated me. I wrote my verse in 10 minutes. I sat there, and I'm like talking to myself. I'm rapping shit. Like, yeah, that'll do. All right, that'll do. And they're like listening and literally watching me write it just right there on the spot. Wrote it in 10 minutes, and then we laid it down, and then we had a couple practices, and that was our setup. That was our setup for the festival. A festival that Ren is headlining, a festival that thousands of people are going to be at. We are performing a song on stage at that festival that I wrote in 10 minutes, and I had 1 week to learn, while being just a broken man after trying to work through all the Eminem reactions and keep my daily content going. Because that's the thing, right? It's enough just to be an artist full time and to try to live in that bubble and world. I'm also a breakdown channel who does daily content, and that's a full-time position in and of itself. So the world's really tested themselves and really combined and have pushed me probably to my limits these past few weeks. Hang on, let me sip some herbal tea. Nicole, you're so appreciated, Knox. Thank you so much, Nicole. Savannah, I love your breakdowns. When I have anxiety, I drift away and put you on. I tell everyone, go watch Knox Hill. Thank you so much. Appreciate the super chats, guys. As always, if you super chat, I'll try to shout you out. If you want a direct donation as well. You guys will also know, you can tell when I'm tired because my enunciation sucks. I'll probably struggle with words today, but we're gonna do the best we can. Do you reckon we'll ever see Ren M? That Patreon video is absolutely sensational. I don't know. We talked about that. I've met some incredible people. I've had some really dope conversations as well these past few weeks. So yeah, that was exciting keeping that secret. I think was funny. I saw a comment because obviously I know that the Ren and Prof track dropped, right? And obviously a lot of people wanted to see me break that down, but like I actually listened to it for the first time with Ren when I was there, spending time with him, and we were just chopping it up. We talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about his copyright issues. I don't want to get into that. There's some things coming on that, so I'm going to just plate that on the side. But, you know, as a friend, I tried to advise and help where I could on different things. You know, we had a lot of quality time there. And obviously just like sitting with him while he's chopping up show instrumentals, like customizing things for a show, which I thought was really, really dope because he ended up doing all kinds of just like new reinvigorated versions of his song for the shows. And then obviously he wanted Vic and I to stay out because, you know, rappers, when you do the rap parts, you need hype men. You need people out there to focus on the crowd because you're focused on the lyrics and delivering everything at your peak and your best. So if you have other people that are focused on the crowd and keeping the energy going, that's amazing. So he asked Vic and I to do the Fisher rap remix. He wanted us out for that one. And that was the original plan. But I'll get into the show a little bit. And then what turned out was that we kind of improvised. We came back out for Fat Boy Slim. And I think he really appreciated that and enjoyed that. And that was just audible that he pulled on the fly. And we weren't sure when we were going to come back out because he told us right before he went back out for set 2, I want you guys out for more songs to just bring the energy. We're like, all right, there we go. Let's do it. Papersky, you are inspiring. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat, Papersky. Really appreciate it. Time lady, no sipping on gin and juice. No, I got my peppermint tea. I got to take care of this voice. I got more surprises. August 23rd. August 23rd, that's all I'm going to say. We got more coming. The energy was brought. You guys killed it. Thank you so much, Hazel. Yeah, let me know if you were there at SGP in chat. I mean, like I said, it was my first ever festival. Also, it was literally my first time being at a festival, period. So, let's go to a festival first time, and then let's play it for the first time. Fuck it, why not? I loved it. I will say, like, getting there, the first night I get in, it's not necessarily, like, nerves, like, because I've dealt with that my whole life. And remember, like, again, I came up playing shows and doing open mics and doing battles. It's not nerves for that. I was also a professional athlete and semi-professional athlete, you know? Like, I'm used to going out on an away pitch with a screaming crowd just throwing insults at me and all types of shit. Like, I get in the comments all the time from little kids who, like, are on mommy's iPad for too late. You know, I'm used to that shit. I think what it was, though, was just, like, impatience. I'm ready for it to begin. You know, and it's just the waiting. It's the waiting and the waiting and the waiting. But I will say, like, before taking the stage, like, time just slows down. It's so weird. You just feel like this is where you belong. This is the moment you want to be a part of. You feel that energy from the crowd. And it makes you feel so alive. It really invigorates you. And I felt the same at Vic Show before I went out on the stage. Like, everything just slowed down right before it. I would say Vic Show, I was probably more nervous for that because that was the first time playing in 5 years. You know, just not playing in so long because you don't know how it's going to go. But once I got up on stage, it all slowed down and it all went away, honestly. And I got footage from Vic Show right here that we're going to watch together a little bit. And then I grabbed a little bit of the festival footage, but I'll make some disclaimers on the festival footage because Ren's obviously coming with his full festival footage. See how you're saying you were a hype man for Ren. Do you rap it in your own style or do you stick to how Ren done it on the track? Genuinely interested to know. I tell you what was really interesting because Ren is a British rapper and I'm an American rapper. So when I'm doubling his words, he's doing it in a British accent and I'm doing it in an American accent. I like experimented. It sounded weird, but there were a couple words that I felt comfortable hitting in like more of a British accent. I think what you do is like, when you feel super confident or you need like super hype points, you can give a more aggressive double, right? And there were the lines on Down on the Beat. What was it? One in the back seat, one on the bonnet. Grabbing my William. This is my sonnet. Like Vic and I both did that as sort of like a Beastie Boys type of hype thing. So that was more yelled. But like some of the other doubles that I delivered for him, I kept my voice lower and I held the mic further away. Because obviously the closer you are to the mic, the louder it's going to be, the more pickup. Because he's the main artist. You know, obviously I did my verse. I rapped my verse. And I had the mic all the way up here. I mean, you're just making out with that motherfucker at that point. You're French kissing it, right? You got to get that mic close. And like I've got like the ring technique because I love to tilt my mic up a little bit. If you'll notice at Vic Show, like the mic is nice and tilted up. But you get that close. But like when you're doing doubles, I normally hold the mic a little bit further away because you don't want to dominate the main artist. Because since I had a main vocal, the sound tech had my vocal levels jacked up. And Ren did have some issues with the sound techs at the show, and I didn't have enough trust in them to like make adjustments on the fly. So I just figured they probably just left me in the mix at the same fucking level. So I was like, right, hold it a little bit further away and just give yourself some distance on the mic, and then just lower your delivery a little bit. You'll notice like when you see the show footage of Ren doubling some of my parts on my verse, he lowered his voice a little bit and was a little bit softer in his delivery. Hopefully that answers your question. CM Baker, I appreciate all your hard work and your dedication. Your lyric breakdown is unmatchable. You are amazing. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Jay Kills the Prince. Knox, I want to get your take on my music. I'm not taking on personal requests at the moment, but appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for the super chat. Papersky, you are inspiring. Hey, thank you so much, Papersky. Hey, Knox, thanks for doing the stream. Thanks for breaking down Bad Blood. It gave me an incredible new perspective of Kendrick's talent. God bless. Mad Official Studios. God bless. Chelsea, you still got that Blacklist CD for me? Yes, I do. Jessica, is Victor's going to be on the album? Oh, we got good questions. We got good questions. All right, so you guys want to watch this show footage? So I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm talking about the festival in Rennes, but I think the build-up was important. On top of obviously getting there, practicing, keeping up the daily content, I met up with Joe, Flacker Photos. Got some amazing content for the new album done with him. A lot of shorts content, performance content. Met up with Vic. Had some show practice with him for his show. One of those videos is on my Patreon right now if you guys want to go check that out. So these things take practices. These things take time. And before I went off on my tangent, I saw someone like comment about like the Ren Improv track, because obviously I listened with him, I enjoyed it with him, which means I'm not giving like a genuine reaction, but someone's like, if they're really friends, he would have broken down his track by now. And it's like, you guys have no idea. I'm busting my ass off behind the scenes because we got bigger things that we're planning and doing. I mean, there's definitely a few artists that I missed. And I explained to you guys like when I did my video, because like again, behind the scenes, on top of all this exciting stuff, which I've needed, it's been amazing. Like my mom's going through chemo, my mom's fighting cancer, and we're in the beginning stages of this. We got 6 months of it, and that's kind of why I made my video, because I just wanted to let everybody know, look, I've got a lot on my plate. Like I'm not a reactor that gets like 3 to 4 videos done in a day, and that's no shade to them. Like Cliff, for instance, right? Like Cliff can get through a lot of your requests. A lot of other reactors can get through your requests because they do like 4 or 5 reactions in a day. That makes a huge difference. They're doing 5, 6, 7, 8 times the amount of reactions that I do. I do 1 video a day, and I make that a lengthy breakdown, and I put all my energy into that, and I try to give you my very best, because on top of that, I'm still honing my craft as an artist. I'm getting ready for shows. I'm getting sets together. I'm preparing collabs. I'm getting my new album together. I'm running my Patreon. I run all of my social media myself still. I do social media posts each and every day. I think TikTok's at like 92,000 followers. Instagram's at 50K. Facebook's growing. Twitter's growing. You know what I mean? So I'm the man who spins many plates, right? I'm not a channel that gets to do like 3, 4. So like, I'm not going to get to everybody's request for the week. And I'm not even going to get to some artists that I want to get to just because of the nature of my channel. But I will always do my best. And that's all I can promise for you guys. Does anybody want to be a mod? Because obviously we're going to have to handle some spams in the chat today. Come on, guys. Don't be silly. Like, grow up. Now I got to make someone a mod to time you guys out, or I'm going to have to do it myself. But see, because you do that and you spam, then it takes time away from me just like kicking it with you guys and answering your questions. But see, because then I have to worry about your silliness. You will get timed out. Bum, bum, bum. The oxygen mask, the poison gas in my veins. Super balls. I'll do it. Okay. Hold up. Let's find you. Okay. Yeah, if somebody's like just repeating a bunch of stuff, just time them out. Oh, Chelsea's there too. Chelsea, you're going to be a mod. All right. Chelsea's a mod now. Clomo, the spam is distracting. I'm trying to take in what you're saying. Yeah, I'm sorting it. Don't worry. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we got 2 mods now. That should help. And then you get to go in timeout. Boom. Sorting it. Look at that multitasking. Chelsea's on it now anyways. Dark Arrow Gaming, Knox, you a real one, G. What you do is help me through some dark times, man. Keep being you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Listen, one of the coolest things, because again, I sit here and I record in front of a screen. Getting out and doing shows, I just love talking to you guys. I love connecting with you. It's nice to see like I physically have fans and supporters of me, and it's great to hear your stories. And I had stories like that. Like a girl came up to me who lost her father to cancer, and like it was emotional, it was tearful, and it made me start tearing up. But you know, she just said thank you for just my videos, you know, just in my message and what I stand for, and it meant a hell of a lot, and it kind of broke me down on the spot. But I love that human element. So those of you who like want to see me play shows, are excited about me coming and doing shows, there will be more. Don't worry. I think this year, August 23rd, if you're in the UK, there's going to be another one. I am also looking at another one in the UK after we drop the album. I've had requests for Scotland as well. I think it might be like a Brighton, Manchester, Glasgow type of situation. So stay tuned on that. That'll be this year. I've had requests for Germany and some interest from some German venues. So that might be in December. I've also been in talks, obviously, in DC, Baltimore, Philly, NYC, New Jersey. We got the East Coast locked down, and then I need to start looking at other places. Because I'm well familiar with the East Coast. I've played multiple venues. I've already started those conversations and planning. So that will come. So shows are coming, and we're going to get out there. So stay tuned. Watch the space, because we got a lot more. But yeah, one of my favorites was I just thought leading into the festival, before I go out and perform for thousands of people and appear at my first ever festival and not playing a show in 5 years, I should probably play a show and get back into it. So I did a surprise appearance at Vic Show. Shout out to Victus, the homie, in Brighton, which was sold out a little before the festival. We're talking 4 days before, at the Hope and Ruin, which I love the venue, man. It was a dope venue. We packed out the venue. Sound tech was on point. The lighting was dope. Yeah, I just loved it. I love the energy. So I come out as the final guest appearance and surprise performance of the night. So we're going to watch a little bit of this. The full video is on Patreon, but we'll watch some of it here. But I come out and I perform a new song that is going to be on my new album featuring Victus. It's called Wastelands. So we're going to play a little bit of this here.
When I wake up and remember who I am. Fuck yeah, let's do this. Right, I'm looking for my final and last special guest of the evening.
Who's that guy? By the way, I got to go back to that barber's in Brighton. He gave me a fresh as fuck cut.
Oh, wait. Hold up a second. Hold up a second.
I'm holding.
You know what's funny is Vic didn't have his set list written down. I'm like, Vic, when am I coming? Pause. No, did he? Anyways, so he's like, after my song Voices, but Voices wasn't the last song that he did before he called me out. So I'm sat like waiting for this song that isn't the song when I'm supposed to come out. And you guys can see that the house is packed. So I'm at the very back, like trying to be casual, incognito-esque. And then all of a sudden, I can see he's trying to find me. So I got to like work my way up to the front as quick as I possibly can.
What's up, Brighton? Listen, it's been a minute since I've done a show, so huge shout out to Vic for having me.
It's all like 20 years or something, isn't it?
20 years, you cheeky bastard.
Hey, I got this. But listen. I want to start off with a little bit of something. I need you guys to help me with this. All right, listen up. Ready? When I say fuck that, y'all say bullshit. Fuck that. Bullshit. Fuck that. Bullshit. When I say bring that, y'all say realness. Bring that. Bring that. When I say hip hop, y'all say music. Hip hop. Hip hop. When I say yo, let's, y'all say do this. Yo, let's do this. Yo, let's do this. Let's fucking do this.
Hey. I just love, it's kind of like old school with me. Like, I always love doing like my chants and my back and forth because you just get like the crowd participation going right away. And then like that just like, that really settled me. Like when I got on stage, we did that. You heard the whole crowd just got involved. And I was like, yep, we're ready. We're locked in now.
I wrote this song because I hate labels. Fuck label fingers up, please.
Fuck the industry.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
The oxygen mask, the poison gas in my veins. I sit and stew in the ruins of what I have obtained. These don't pay dues, inclusion, what I have from grace. I'm so mad I hate this face I have and what I have to face. But there's no turning back, this apple is what I made. In my hand are the seeds that even satisfy. I took from the fumes, I'm bruised from a shattered face. Still I climb through devils, savior saints for a light of day. My bad, I zoom and I'm hallucinating. The book of Eli in my bag as I walk through the matrix. A rude awakening, who's hating, man, I'm doing favors. I can do is saving, but these demons need to play away. Give it a hand, aim in my head. Made it. Hunting for meds, hooking for bread. Save it. Metal locked and I see devils walking hell is often in my sockets. Smoking toxins, coughing, lost my conscience falling. Hey, get them up on me right now.
Look at the crowd.
Side to side.
Yes. Look at that. Yes.
One more time, come on. We're about to go fucking crazy in a second. You ready for this? Listen up.
Go. Hey, that's just a little snippet. That's just a little snippet. Like I said, the full video's on Patreon. I'll publish some more of the show videos because we did another song that's gonna be on the new album that they loved. I mean, the crowd was feeling it. You know what's really dope is obviously Wastelands is a new song. So nobody there had heard the song. Just like, wow, you guys have not heard the songs. So I think, you know, that's a risk in and of itself because you're going on stage, first time performing in 5 years, and it's not let's do a song that maybe some people will know and can sing along to. It's let's do a song that nobody's fucking heard, and let's just cross our fingers and hope that they feel it and vibe to it. I mean, you talk about a real litmus test, like right there in the moment. But like, you know, when I got the crowd to start waving, you see them all getting involved, like all the phones were out, everybody's heads nodding. I'm like, we got this. We got this money on point. I'll tell you the other thing too that you forget is like, I'm sat practicing, right? I wonder if I don't know how well you can hear this. Like, all right, so it's one thing to like sit and practice and just go, you know, like sat here or just stood and playing the beat. The oxygen mask, the poison gas in my veins. I sit and stew in the ruins of what I have obtained. These unpaid dues, seclusion, what I have from grace. I'm so mad I hate this face I have and what I have to face. But there's no turning back, this apple is what Adam made. In my hand are the seeds that even Satis gave. I choke on the fumes, I'm bruised from a shattered fate. But still I climb through devils, save your saints for a latter day. My bad. I zoom and I'm hallucinating. The book of Eli in my bag as I walk through the matrix. So, you know, that's one thing in terms of using your vocal cords, using your diaphragm, knowing where you're going to breathe. It's harder on a mic because a mic kind of forces you to want to project more. You can't really have like your normal voice. Like that's why when you hear rappers perform live, it's naturally a more aggressive delivery. Because again, you got to project through that microphone, and you got to still cut through that sound system, right? So that's why while practicing, I had to pick up an amp and a microphone to practice. Hang on, I'll show you. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Amp, mic. Let's see how that cuts through. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. This is a podcast mic, so I don't know how good it's going to pick it up. Yeah, so it's another thing, obviously, and then you get used to holding the mic again and how you're going to hold it. The oxygen mass, a poison gas in my veins. I sit and stew in the ruins of what I have obtained. These unpaid dues, seclusion, what I have from grace. I'm so mad I hate this face I have and what I have to face. That's another thing I like to do too, is like, I like to rap my verses faster, because if I can do like a Tech 9, like faster delivery with the verse, I've really got it memorized. And then all I have to worry about, because it's like muscle memory, is just remembering where the fuck I'm gonna breathe. Because breathing is important. And my problem is when I get on stage, I move everywhere. You guys saw me working the stage back and forth. I move so much, like it kills my lungs, and sometimes I forget to breathe in the right places. So that's why I really like to have my verses well muscle memorized, so I can figure out where I need to breathe. But yeah, maybe I'll do a fast one if you can hear it. Ready? Let's try the fast version. The oxygen mass, a poison gas in my veins. I sit and stew in the ruins of what I have obtained. These unpaid dues, seclusion, what I have from grace. I'm so mad I hate this face I have and what I have to face. But as I'm turning back, this apple is what Adam made. In my hand of the seeds that even sadness gave. I choke on the fumes, I'm bruised from a shadow of fate, but still I come through devil, save your saints for a latter day. My bad. I zoom in, I'm hallucinating. The book of Eli, my bag is wrong. I'm going. See what I mean? Bam. Right, you're off. So yeah, that's a little bit of the prep work that goes into it. I'll tell you what though, and this is why I'm glad I did this show before doing the festival. I'd say wow, because even practicing that, right? Even just using a microphone and an amp and having like, I got big speakers, right? I got subwoofers, like that shit blazes. So I can do a pretty good job of like imitating a show environment. But even doing that and practicing still doesn't come close to doing a live show. Hang on, let me drink my herbal tea. Oi, 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 a new tasty flavor. So, the other thing that I forgot, speaking of movement, is yeah, I really fucking move. I exhaust myself. If you guys see the SGP festival footage, I'm jumping up on the bases, I'm jumping down from them, I'm in the crowd, I'm everywhere. And that kills your cardio. So like, I forgot to breathe in the right places at this show. But I was still able to project well and to cover myself, so nobody really noticed. But I knew going into SGP, the other thing I started doing, right? Hang on. I'll flip it back on again. Like, seriously, you ready? I'll do it. Why not? Fuck it. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Can you hear that all right? Yo. Right, ready? So it's like, the oxygen mass, a poison gas in my veins. I sit and stew in the ruins of what I have obtained. These unpaid dues, seclusion, what I have from grace. I'm so mad I hate this face I have and what I have to face. But there's no turning back, this apple is what Adam made. In my hand are the seeds that even sadness gave. I choke on the fumes, I'm bruised from a shattered fate, but still I come through devil, save your saints for a latter day. It's like House of Pain. You know what I mean? Like jump, jump, jump around. Yeah, well, I remember that's how I used to practice for shows. I had to do that because that's the best way to make sure that your breathing is right while you're running around doing so much cardio all over the place. Yeah, it is kind of like when I was playing soccer. But that's why I wanted to do Vic Show, because there were a couple things that I relearned and remembered playing shows live to help get me ready for the festival. So that was Vic Show, which was so much fun. And then obviously I got a little bit of crowd footage from SGP. Now, what I will say about Secret Garden Party, right? A few disclaimers. For those who want the full video, remember, Ren had a crew there who video recorded it. He also had a crew there who did like the full sound recording. So that will be coming. I don't know when. I know Kai's editing. I know Ren's editing. I don't know a date. So I don't want to like share too much show footage, but this is crowd footage that I will share a little bit of my verse on. And then I can talk a little bit more of my verse and like coming out and stuff like that. But I do know that that's coming out. So once that comes out, that'll obviously be a dope opportunity for me to react to it and to talk more about my experiences. And then we can just kind of watch it together. Maybe we'll do a live, or I don't know the best way to do it, but we'll definitely do it. I mean, I tell you what, I kind of want to go back and at some point like rewatch my Down on the Beat reaction. Because isn't it wild that I reacted to Down on the Beat. I love that song. And who would have known, fast forward, like 7 months later, I would be performing a remix of it at my first ever festival. Funny how the world works, man. It's wild. So yeah. So this is Down on the Beat. So let's not add to more degrees of difficulty, right? Here's what I will say about this one. In terms of practice, we had the one practice down in Brighton. Then we showed up on the Saturday morning, and because Ren is rocking a 2.5 hour set, we had one other run through of this. And like literally it came and it went. And I didn't even probably get to deliver half of my verse because I still was thinking about the sound tech and my volume levels and things, and Ren's trying to adjust stuff. So like there was definitely some improv quality to this. But the idea that we came up with is that I was going to walk out in a pig mask right before my set. You know, it's one thing to walk out with Ren and to kind of like feel it and work your way into it. It's another thing walking out with a mask on, not having your inner ears in, because you definitely need inner ears at a festival to be able to hear the timing and everything of what you're doing. Time it so that you take your mask off, you get your inner ears in, you hype the crowd, and then you jump right into your verse. But that was the plan that we came up with to surprise everyone. And I think it was a really, really dope surprise because Vic did his part and everybody expected, you know, knocking on the door. Oh shit, who's that knocking on the door? Step back, sucker. Fuck up the scene. Top my socks up. Chop, chop. I'm a millipede on the beat. Right before that is where we had the drop. So it drops out, right? Kind of turns into a little bit of a bridge, a build. And that's where I walked out. So I walked out with the pig mask on, arms out, hyping up the crowd, and then I took the mask off. And I think, does this show me throwing off the mask? I threw it like a boss. I threw it like full frisbee toss. I was proud of this toss. Oh, no sound. Did you see the toss though? Hang on. We got no sound. Let me see if I can fix it. I might have to play it just so people hear it. Where was the sound? Is the sound there? I must have exported without the sound. Let's see this one. Oh. All right, the sound's on that. So what I can do is I can be sneaky. Watch, I'm going to upload this to YouTube super quickly, and then we can watch it. Actually, no, I think I have it there. Yeah. Hang on, I got this. Don't worry. Don't worry, we're going to fix this. We can all watch it together. I mean, I can rap it for you real quick while I find it. Rhythm and I hit him with a little bit of Ritalin. Bitter when they critic, they belittle, but they middle man. Wait a minute, spin you in your fitted dog. I've been the realest. Sick the psychophonic, spit a pill and back. I've been the illest. I got the boat, the float, it filled roast. I got the dope so kill goats. I wrote this live for Rent at his show, literally. What I supplies are hot for these folks, yo. You know me. Popping like it's coke, they feel it in nosebleeds. Been a big hitter, I hit him with morphine. I turn them to dope fiends, my code is codeine. I'm dirty but so clean. Bleach, take a shot, but I'm trumping there. Bullets for your ears, raise a fist, feel a humming. Then fight for it. Wanna kill bills, get 100, man. Back for the Capitol Hill, get to hunting them, God. Yeah. When I put it down on the beat. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get it. Vegan girl, she still likes my meat. I love Vic's voice, man. He's got that nice bass to his voice, doesn't he? I think it's in shorts. Yeah, I did put one in shorts. Dope. I can grab this. I fucking grab this. Whoever recorded it, obviously they were shouting me out. Knox! Boom. Hey. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so I love it. So I walked out and you hear Ren with his dry humor. Oh, it's that guy. It's that reactor guy. It's that Knox Hill guy. And then I turned to him. I don't know how well you could hear that, but I was like, should I do something on this? And he's like, yeah, might as well. Go ahead. And then obviously I jump into it. So yeah, it was good timing. Like we did not rehearse that. That was just winged on the fly. Oh, it was so much fun. Like doing that verse. Like obviously, so sound check, right? I wonder if I can. So you guys see in the foreground? You see where Red is right now? Those are all the speakers, right? So he stood on one, and I'm actually on the stage. So that's why Ren's higher up right now. But I love those silhouettes that I made because people took some dope pictures throughout the night. And there's like 8 on one side and 8 on the other side. So there's him stalking like an apex predator on top of one of them. Right, and Vic, you see Vic now climbing on one. So I saw out of the corner of my eye because I think right here Ren runs to get some water because this is the other good thing about having guests on set because this motherfucker's running like a 2.5 hour set. So he just like doubles me, runs backstage, but I saw that he cleared the speakers on that side. So I'm like, all right, I'm getting on the speakers now and I'm going to rap from this side. There he is. So he's off. Look at that step up. Look at that Bob the Builder boot step up right there. I don't know why, like I pulled a hamstring there. That was a bad move. And look at that casual jump down mid rap. So all those jumping jacks I did for you guys, like rapping, paid off right there. Hang on, let's bring it back. Yeah, and then the drop down. What was also dope was there at the show in the crowd for SGP. So they had the gates and they had security at the gates, but all the gates had like a little mini platform and like step up. So I noticed that in sound check. And I was just asking so many questions. Like when you're at a show, just make friends with security because then they can help you figure out where you can go and what you can do and what you can get away with. And I was like, yo, can I climb up on all these? And they're like, fuck yeah. I had a blast. Like the second I saw those speakers too, that was my first question. Can I get up on these speakers? And they're like, yeah, just don't fall and hurt yourself. And I'm like, hello, I was an athlete. I got this. So yeah, I was leapfrogging across the speakers. I would run to one side. I would run to the other side. Like when I was this hype man trying to hype the crowd up, I was like, there was one shot. I wish I would have uploaded it, but I shared it on my stories where like I'm stood on top of the speaker and I don't know why. Cause like I'm feeling sore the next day in my legs. And then I watch like the clips. I'm like, oh, that makes sense why that hurts there. Like there's one shot when I'm on top of one of those speakers and like from there all the way down to the ground level, not stage level. I jumped, skipped the stage and jumped straight down onto the ground and then just ran up to the crowd and jumped up into the crowd. Like, I just leapt down from that motherfucker. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. But anyway, so security came to me and Vic afterwards when we were backstage. And they're like, listen, we just want to tell you boys, that was one of like the most favorite shows we've ever been a part of. Like the crowd was wild. That set was amazing. That's one of the best sets that we've seen. Like, thank you for making our job so much fun. And I was like, let's go. I've got the full rent set on my channel. Absolutely love this show. Knox, you are a legend. Thank you. Thank you. I see quite a few people commenting who were there, which is really dope to see. Same time next year. Well, I have other updates. So I do have other things to share. Time Lady, at least you can touch your hands when you do jumping jacks, unlike Zeno. Shots fired. Super Balls. Hey, you're my mod now. Thanks for the, and the super chat too. What song was that? So that was Down on the Beat. It's funny. What was it? Like before Letters from Paris, Redemption, I got on a few of these like very dance type beats. I was rapping on some EDM beats. I loved it. Like after performing it Down on the Beat, it makes me want to go back and do some more like dance club style tracks and rap over it because I've really enjoyed riding them. I love the flows on them and the energy. John, you should record a bar from a live that your chat writes bar for bar. You'd be straight fired if you did a video shout out for the bars you choose. Oh, that's a dope idea. So one thing that you guys didn't get to see and we just ran out of time with that I will do at shows that I love doing, but you've seen me do it on live streams before. I love going into the crowd and I'll get different topics from the crowd. And then we will just improvise and make up a song and like freestyle there on the spot. Like, obviously we perform with backing tracks, but one of the things I missed and I love performing live with was a band. Like there's no greater feeling of feeling like a fucking rock star than having a drummer running the percussion behind you. And me and my drummer had such a great relationship. We could just like improvise songs and just improvise shit on the fly. And we had so much fun. And hell, half the shows were improvised. But that was, that was hip hop for me, man. It was so much fun. I'm so excited to get back and do more. IDA, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. I'm just catching up on some of these other chats now. But yeah, regarding the remix, again, the practice video is on Ren's Patreon if you want to check that out. But if you want to see it released, I don't know what his plans are to release that one because he's talked about releasing some of these like remixes that he's done. But go let him know that you want to see it dropped, that you want to see it released. There's probably a good chance it will be performed again. I will say that at the very least. Flame, have you got any more shows planned? August 23rd. August 23rd, I'll be playing. Like I said, this year, these next few months, we'll be closing out the Europe tab, I would say. Because for me, like, I just, when I start playing US shows again, right? I gotta do the hometown. I gotta do PG. I gotta do DC. But I just want to I want to have a show set just super on point and super ready to kill it. And like I said, like Vic Show was a great stepping stone for me in terms of like remembering things and learning stuff that I would change and adjusting. Then doing Ren's Festival, another great stepping stone and adjustment period. So like that's why I kind of want to keep the momentum going in Europe, play some more sets in Europe, really hone it and bring it home. And then obviously next year, I would say spring we're looking at because I'm already in talks with venues and places. We gonna be killing it. We're gonna be East Coast. Hey buddy, is the mod just for this live? At the moment, depending on your performance. October 5th, Glasgow? Ooh. Possibly. You will be graded. Dancing on the speakers is the best. Yeah, the other degree of difficulty that we had is that Josh was running the CO2 cannons, which were fucking cool. Again, I shared some video of the CO2 footage, but like he had to time it because when I'm jumping off of those speakers, like if he pushed the button for the CO2 cannons, oh yeah, I could have been just like blasted off into oblivion. They were fun though. When the CO2 cannons just shot up and the crowd got hyped, man, just looking out and seeing everybody just jumping. Because the thing was, it wasn't the widest of venues. Like, it was sort of like this little mini valley, right? And it was surrounded. There were like trees up on top of the hill, but it went really far back. And everybody was just packed into that pit, just going all the way back. It was so dope. But that's also why I wanted to jump up on the speakers too. And like, while Ren was playing Act 1, I just walked back into the crowd because obviously all eyes are there. Nobody's going to fucking notice me walking around. Right? So I was like incognito. I had my shades on, had my hat on. I'm just walking around because I just wanted to see the viewpoints from different points in the crowd. Also hear how it's sounding at different parts. And that's kind of one of my ways for getting ready for a show. Because I love getting to a venue early and like walking the venue and really testing the venue and figuring it out. And then obviously if I'm not the main act or the first act, I'll go into the crowd and listen to what the crowd is listening to and what they're seeing. Because that helps me figure out how I want to move. And as soon as I saw like how far back it was, and I stood all the way at the back, and you could hear really well, I was like, man, we're going to have, like, I came back around, and when we went backstage, when I was talking to Vic before we went out, I'm like, yo, we're going to have to work these speakers. Like, get up on those, because when you get up on the speakers, you can be seen so far back. Whereas, like, when you're on the stage, like, the people at the back can't really see you too well. Maddie said I was on the hill. Nice. How was it on the hill? Sunflower Acoustics. Sneaky, moving in the shadows, says Ambience. Yeah. So it was actually funny. Like, I got there, and I was like, all right, before I go backstage, I'll just take it in. I'll go to the bar and grab a drink. But, like, I didn't have my glasses on, and I wasn't really incognito then. And that was a mistake because I walked up to the bar, and then someone recognized me, which is fine. Like, you guys know, everyone who was there who talked to me, like, I'm there for you. So if you want to take pictures, if you want to talk, I took plenty of those. But, like, I feel like once someone sees someone taking a picture, it's like it just brings more attention to you, and it like opens the floodgates because it's like, well, one, who is that? And then the people who realize who you are, they're like, well, he's open to taking pictures because he's taking one right now. So, like, 20 minutes later, I still couldn't get my drink, and I was like, all right, I got to get backstage. And then I went backstage, and it was pretty dope because there was like backstage behind the set where you're playing, but then if you go off to the side, there's like a crew and artist only area, and they have like these little teepees set up. So like all the different stages and the headliners, they have their own sort of like teepee in there. And they got like a fridge in there and stuff. So it was fun because I hung out in there probably in the build up to Act 2. Like, I walked around a lot for Act 1. I took it in, but then once I wanted to go practice some more and get myself right, like, I went back there. And since I was one of the last acts of the night, I was the only one in the teepee at one point. So I had the whole teepee to myself. I was on the hill, but sometimes an inconsiderate tree blocked my view. I saw some people climb up into the trees. That was dope. But yeah, I mean, speaking of like the festival and stuff, like Ren had Act 1. And I think for him, because you're doing songs like Hi Ren, I mean, you're doing chalk outlines, you're doing so many emotional songs, and he wanted to make it super theatrical. And unfortunately, the sound techs were not helping him. I mean, I even said, like, I thought the sound tech that we had at the Brighton show was outperforming the sound techs at the festival, and he wasn't the only one to have issues with the sound techs, which was a shame. But it's a festival. There's a lot of moving pieces, right? And I just think that was so intense and emotional, and it was a long set, and he killed it. I mean, the fact that this man, I talk about like my challenges coming back and playing guest slots in the first 5 years. This man comes back, plays his first show in the first 5 years as a 2.5 hour fucking set. I mean, you talk about a degree of difficulty. And, it's Ren, so it's so versatile. It's so many different genres of music and features and instruments that he's playing and things that he's doing. But I feel like he came back and he was one way after the first set. And I think it took a lot out of him. And it was hard, but I think he loved it and he killed it. But I think he really appreciated set 2. And I think the crowd really appreciated set 2 too, because he planned it right. I think it was right having like the Down on the Beats, the Fisher retakes, the Powers, all those type of songs, which are perfect for festivals, which get people moving and get you hyped. And then I just feel like it was like serendipitous. It was perfect timing to have me and Vic come out then. I think the crowd was ready for it. The crowd was ready to get hyped. You know, he had reeled them in. You know, he had connected with them emotionally. And now it was time to just let it all go and just blow off that steam and fire the motherfucking CO2 cannons. And that's what we did. And then I'll never forget, he walked out after Act 2 in that second set, and he just had a big smile on his face. And, you know, he had to skip to a step, and I'm like, I turned to Vic. I'm like, we did our fucking job. You know, it was one hell of an experience. Cool Chinchilla. Yeah, speaking of her, I've never met her before. So that was my first time meeting her backstage. It was really dope talking to Chinchilla and just having a little bit of a conversation with her. And then obviously, like, the next day we went and saw her play because she had her own set to do. And I will say she was probably, she was. She was my favorite set that I saw there. She killed it. It was incredible seeing her live. Now you know it was Sam's dancing that stole the show. It was so good having Sam there. Like, because normally when I'm with Sam, Sam's working for me. And he had to work for me a day later when we filmed our music video, which I'll talk about. I'm not getting ahead of myself. But, like, it was just nice to just enjoy the moment with Sam. Because normally we've got pressure, we've got to work, so he's not, you know, letting himself go. He let himself go that night. It was fun. I mean, it was just dope, like, because I didn't really appreciate the festival leading up to the performance. Because you just want to get your performance right. But then after the performance, I finally just got to enjoy the festival. And, like, you know, we just went out through the night and went to all the different spots and venues. And what I love about the Secret Garden Party is, like, you can just wander. You just find places. You just kind of feel it out. There's hidden stages going into the woods, just on the lake, the sunflower field. There's so much cool shit there to just explore and to take in, and great music to enjoy. Hang on, we got some people to shout out. Dark Arrow Gaming, I got to know, Killshot Remix ain't on Spotify? No, because obviously it's a remix, so sample clearances and stuff, I don't want to risk that on Spotify. I can get away with it thanks to fair use and content ID on YouTube, but it's a different kettle of fish when you're talking Spotify and iTunes. Phantom, your bidding down on the beat was fire and a sublime fit for the track. Thank you. Hey, thank you so much. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Like I said, he should be dropping show videos so you guys can all see that in full. And then I think he will be dropping the remix for it too. John Doe, can you react to Stupendium? They do video game songs. My favorite is Friend Like Me. I'm not taking all requests right now, John Doe, but appreciate it. Also, I've done a few Stupendium on my Patreon if you want to check it. Did I miss that one, Dark Arrow Gaming, or did you give that before? Knox, you're a real one, G. What you do is help me through some dark times, man. Keep being you. Thank you, Dark Arrow. Time Lady. My mom passed 2021 from bladder cancer. It was advanced by the time they found it. Oh, I'm praying for you and your mom. I understand how hard that is. Thank you so much, Time Lady. Yeah, I mean, I went up to Ren at the end of the night, and I said, you know, this year has been fucking awful. Like, I needed this. And he looked at me, and he's like, me too. And, yeah, it was a hell of a moment, man. I think the thing is, like, it's kind of like sports for me. You know, you're in that locker room, and then you go to that away game, and the crowd's against you, and the odds are against you, and you kind of earn that brotherhood in the trenches, fighting it out. And I feel like it's the same way with shows. And shows and experiences like that, they bring you together, and they unite you. And you always have that memory and that experience together through the years. Ambience, can't wait for a DC show. I'll have a bottle of water ready for you. Yes, you know I love my water. I need it for the throat. My throat is still shaky right now. Thank you so much, Ambience. Yes. Snake, for when taking on requests, my first foray into rap will be dropping later this month. I'd love to hear thoughts from the one and only Professor Knox demos on my channel. Thanks, I can provide a link. I'm not taking on personal requests at the moment, Snake, but appreciate the dono, man. Thank you so much. I think we are building up where we can do one of those independent ones. That'd be dope. IDA, please come Gothenburg, Sweden and do a show. Love your music and it get better. Much love from Sweden. Hey, thank you so much. I have been in Gothenburg. I love it there. Megan, excellent rehearsal. Victus on Patreon last night, Knox. You rap faster on verse today than last night. Out of curiosity, did you publicly post that you were with or working with Victus Thursday? Did I? When? What day was Thursday? I don't know. It's all been a blur. Yeah, that video that I posted on Patreon was practice before our show. So I posted the practice performance before the show. And then today on Patreon, I just posted this full video of the performance if anybody wants to see it. Giggle, Sam rocked it. How much fun was he having? He had a blast. Listen, he turned to the dude backstage who was our hospitality manager, and he's like, let me get some tequila. So the guy brings the tequila, and Sam, just being a boss, just goes, yeah, just leave the bottle. So Sam had that bottle of tequila backstage, and he was just straight taking it to the face. Man was a legend. Sam had the moves. I'm not getting in a dance battle with Sam. Mercadelic, I got to see what you think of Upchurch's No Titles remix. He's done 4 now. They're on another level. It really shows his blood trail. Hey, appreciate the super chat. I'm not taking on requests at the moment, brother. Yo, Knox, what's good? Living the dream. So, yeah. What else? So, talking about running gauntlets. So, we did SGP. Yeah, I met some incredible people. Shout out to Chinchilla. I also met Eden. She was really dope. She did really well with her performance. She's another very talented singer. I met Romaine. Really dope to see Romaine as well. Obviously, I've known Josh well. Josh has worked on my stuff before. I know Sam well. I got to spend some good time with Kai as well. They're all legends. Bagita, like all of them. They're all legends. Like what I'll say about Ren is that he's got a mission and he's got his beliefs and his values. And he's surrounded himself with people who share those similar values. They're all just really good fucking human beings and people. And they're an absolute pleasure to be around. And they just make you feel energized and alive and excited. And you feel their passion and it makes you passionate. And it's really a beautiful team that he has built that is going to help him just continue to climb and continue to have amazing achievement after amazing achievement. And it was just nice spending time with them and just enjoying it, you know, just listening to good music, making good music, playing music, and just letting go. Kevin Floyd, love your content. Love the Ren Knox friendship. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you. Dave, did you meet Romaine and tell us a story? Never mind, you answered it. Cheers. Yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat. I feel like I didn't really get to have a good conversation with Romaine. I had a good conversation with Chinchilla. I had a good conversation with everyone else. Like, it just happened timing-wise. Like, every time Romaine was there were other people around I was talking to or things were happening. Like, when I was coming, he was going. And it was just, like, always crossing paths and, like, nodding at each other. And obviously, you know, we spoke for a little bit. But I didn't really get to, like, truly kick it with him, you know? DJ, are we getting a Ren featuring Knox Hill? Or even better, a Knox Hill featuring Ren? Hang on. Let's see.
Hello, mate. Yeah, I kind of carried. It's all a bit carnage tonight. Like, I probably got to sleep tonight. It could work. It just depends, man, because I'm imagining I'm gonna wake up very battered and bruised. It's gonna be hit or miss. I think it would be safer to give it a few days after it in terms of recording. But if you want to come down just for Pride, anyway, you can come down. It's good fun. But Sundays generally
All right, Ben. That's hilarious. All right, so what was the question? Sorry. Yeah, there might be things happening. There might not be things happening. I'll leave it to you. I mean, what I will say is, all right, here's what I will say. I have one last feature to finish out this album. My album is ready to go. I have one final feature I'm waiting on. So I had to listen to that message because that feature we're gonna make happen in person and bring it home. And then the album's ready. I've got an amazing one-take music video I'm really excited for. That's ready to go. But I'm not going to drop that until the album is ready. Because when I drop the one-take video, that's when pre-saves start for the album. And we will have bonus tracks that you can get if you get it from me directly. Because I'm also going to make this album about being independent. You know? So we're going to do CDs, signed CDs, with bonus tracks on my website. We're going to do digital downloads on my website. And I think we're going to drop that a week before we drop it on the streaming platforms. Because honestly, I took shots on my Houdini remix, but I am tired of like Spotify taking and giving me like 0.0001 per stream. Like, I'm independent. I'm grassroots. Why am I relying on these corporations? And why am I pushing you guys to constantly like listen to my music on all these corporate sites? Let's just get it directly. And let's reward you guys who want to come get it directly. Make it available for you guys a week before it drops everywhere else and give you bonus tracks you can't get anywhere else. And I'll leak one of the bonus tracks, which I think you guys would be excited for, is it's a Murderer remix. The homies heard it and the homies loved it. So I have the blessings and the go ahead to drop it on the album. And actually, maybe when I see certain people, I'll get some stems to that Murderer remix, and we'll do some saucing. But yeah, I'm excited for the album. So we've got the WoW video that I've done. Oh shit, I gave it away. We got the one take video that's ready to go, right? That'll announce things. That'll announce the pre-saves, and then right before the album drops, I've got a music video that I just filmed on the site of Secret Garden Party. Shout out to Fred, shout out to Amy, shout out to SGP, who was absolutely fucking amazing, right? They gave us access to their site. And what was wild is that we literally filmed in the barn right next door to where I was around this time last year for Money Game 3. Funny how things come around. So they let us film in the barn. We built a really dope set there. We're in another location in one of their fields. Another dope set was built there. And then we had access to Fred's pub and his kitchen too. So we've made a really dope music video. And because of them, they've allowed me to really like up my game. And obviously we've done it with Sam and that team who was all there at SGP. So I couldn't be more excited for that video as well. It's like, you guys know the pot and the kettle. You guys know Family Curse. This might be even better than both of those in terms of videos and what we're going to deliver. So I can't wait to share that with you. So that is a collaboration with me and Sam. And then someone commented about Vic being around. Yes, Vic has cameos in that video because he decided to stick around for the 2 days that we were filming and shooting and just be a part of it, which was dope. But yeah, shout out to them. Like, they were incredible. Like, they organized catering for the crew, Fred and Amy. Like, they looked after us. So what I'm getting at is people were asking me about announcements. I think to return the favor for allowing me to stay an extra couple days, the crew to stay an extra couple days, looking after all of us, is that I think I will be performing and playing for them next year at the festival. So I will be doing my own set at the festival. I was offered that option this year, and I was going to do it, but honestly, with mom, with the chemo, with being back, and then coming back and back and back, and getting ready for Ren stuff and Vic Show, I was just like, you know what? I think I'm taking on board one too many things. So let's just focus on making Ren Show the best it can possibly be, just killing that set, hyping him up, and then I'm sure it'll come around the following year. And that looks like what it's going to be and where we're going. But yeah, I always want to support independent festivals like Secret Garden Party because they're all about the grassroots supporting independent artists. So if that's my way of repaying them back, I'm happy to do that. And that looks like that'll be the case. So I won't earn anything off of it. I'll just go and play. And it'll be fucking fun. Yes, always know where your limits are and don't burn out. Yeah. I mean, I was getting ready. I mean, the good news is that because I was preparing my set, I'm now ready to start planning shows more actively because the one net positive to this is that I've already got all my stuff lined up and my set lined out and planned out and ready. And I have been practicing for a couple weeks. It was just getting to be one too many things to take on board. Ken Caniff. Oh, hey there, cock boy. Oh, Knoxy. Did you say that in a Ken Caniff voice? I didn't really give you a good Ken Caniff voice there. What a name. Guess I'll be saving up for a trip to the UK. Chelsea, where are you? Remember, in the US, I will be playing US shows next year too. 808, the Houdini remix you did was gas. Hey, thank you so much. Listen, I can't wait for this album. I'm very proud of this album. We've got some fire cooking on this album. We have some fire cooking. I can't wait to drop the one take video. I can't wait to drop the music video that we did with Sam. Like, I have been working so hard building things up behind the scenes. And the thing that's delayed it a little bit is these features. But these features are going to be worth it. Like, the album would have been ready to drop in June. But I just wanted to get some important people on it. Megs, will we be able to buy the signed CD on pre-sale? Yes. That's my plan anyways. You can pre-order digital copies, which will obviously be cheaper, direct from me. And that'll have a bonus track on it. Digital copies direct from me. And then you can also, if you want signed CDs from me, you can pre-order signed CDs with bonus tracks as well on the signed CDs. Right? Those bonus tracks I won't put on the streaming sites. And I'll also work planning-wise to make that available so that they release to you guys who pre-ordered them a week before the album drops on regular streaming platforms. And obviously, if you want to go stream it on platforms, it still helps, and it helps me grow and it supports. So hell yeah, go do it. Go listen wherever you can listen. I'm just letting you guys know there's going to be multiple options on this. And if you really want to support grassroots and you want to support me independently, you can come direct to me, right? Because obviously, like, if you buy the album on iTunes, they take a percentage. Spotify takes the king share of it. So I'm just going to make options for people. But, if you have a Spotify account, you want to stream it, then go stream it. Go run it up because it will all help. It all helps in the end. It all contributes to the growth of my music and getting it out there. Do that signing hand gesture. What did I do? Oh, God. I wasn't even paying attention. I was more talking and not thinking about what my hands were doing. I thought it was the last SGP. That's the last in that form that they said. I think they have some conversations and some planning to do, but I don't think SGP is fully over. It's just that form of it is over. But anyways, it doesn't matter because whatever they do, I'll support it and I'll play it. And there'll be plenty of other shows in the meantime to get ready for. There are talks, and again, I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but there's a festival around the same time in the UK that an invitation has been extended to, so there's things coming. I'm excited to play live and to get back out there. Maddie, always purchase direct from the artist and then stream the shit out of it. There it is. Thank you. You're doing my job for me. That's the best way to do it. Buy a CD direct from me and then help run it up on streaming numbers. And then that's the true win-win. But yeah, like Samad and I sat, we listened all the way through the album. It's a good one. This is a good one. I feel like every time I give you guys a new album, a new release, we level up. And I really feel like this is the culmination of that level up and that constant pushing of my delivery, of my pen, of learning, of teaching myself, of putting in the work each and every day. I really feel like we've got an album that no matter what you're looking for, you're going to get it. It's very versatile. It's an easy listen. It's enjoyable. And yeah, there's going to be plenty of times where it makes you think because it's me. So, and there's some really dope messages. And music has always been my outlet, and there's some very important outlets and stories for me to get out there too. The song that I'm doing with a certain someone, not to give anything away, means a lot to me. This is why he wants us to sit down in person, because he knows how much this one means to me, and he just wants to make sure that he delivers my vision for me, which is incredible of him, because most people would just, probably go record it, lay it down, and send it to me. And he's like, no, let's do this one together. So I'm excited for it. Is that not just Ren DJ? Who are you talking about? Do you need anybody to play the spoons, Dave? Dave, you could come play the spoons for me any day of the week, Dave. Come play those spoons, Dave. I'm signing you up, baby. How many albums do you have? I don't know. I've been making and releasing music my whole life. My first group was called The Lost Cause. We changed it to the LC. That was with John the Unlimited. So it was me and John the Unlimited. And the first few albums that I ever released or dropped were mixtapes. And then obviously, like, John's still my best friend. I still grew up with him. Like, he's been there. And like when I start doing shows and we do like our East Coast tour, he'll be there with me through it all. But he just started going a different direction with his life and things, and like with his career, and music wasn't number one for him. So that's when I spun off as Knox Hill and went more solo. And a lot of you guys have been exposed to me as a solo act, when I spent the first years of hip hop in my career as a duo. Actually, it wasn't even a duo, it was a trio, because we had our own producer. We had DJ Revo doing all of our beats and stuff for us, and he was there at all of our shows. But yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. Knox being a 170 IQ mastermind on reactions and a 60 IQ dude when addressing the Ren rumors. That's all I could say. Yeah, like, by the way, I don't know what we're going to do about some of his new stuff, because I can't do like a raw reaction to it. I guess in a way I can, because I didn't hear finished products, but all I can say about that is there's been a lot of music that's been shared and played in our various times together. And I can't wait for the next steps for him. Hey, listen, you guys are not ready. That's all I can say. Yeah, Knox, do you have a contact person for merch? It's me and my wife right now. Do you mean like, do you have a merch issue that you need to be addressed? Or like, are you interested in assisting? Is anybody interested in helping? Maybe. You mentioned a possible show in Germany earlier. Where, when? All right. I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but there's a festival in Germany this time in July that there's a good chance I'm going to be at. We're just in talks and planning. So I'll update you guys on that. And then possibly like a Frankfurt Munich deal in like November, December. Again, in talks on that, so stay tuned. My dude Knox, what's good, bro? What's up, Joe? Love you, Knox. Love you, Big Doily. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Listen, I just wanted to just do a live stream and connect and reset with you guys. I'm gonna run to the bathroom super quickly. So I don't know. Ghost, take over real quick. Spam ghost emoji in chat. I'll be right back. Boom, boom. What did we do? Is Pac-Man freaking you out? That's Ghost. How can Ghost freak you out? Why was it messing with the focus? Boo. So yeah, I mean, I think we've kind of hit all the updates. You guys know new album is imminent. We got some dope features. It will drop on my website first. We got bonus tracks coming with it. Signed CDs. I think we'll also do like a limited run on vinyls because I've had a lot of requests for vinyls. So I'll just do like 50 to 100 vinyls. That's it, especially signed. And then there's been so many requests for these. So when the album drops, obviously we'll drop new merch, new Chaos Theory 2 merch, because you guys love the Chaos logo. So we got a dope Chaos Theory 2 logo. But we'll do another run of those. So a lot of dope stuff coming down the pipeline. All independent, all from me directly. So we'll do another run on hats. We'll do new Chaos Theory 2 merch, signed CDs, digital downloads with bonus tracks, and then we'll do a very small, limited run on vinyls as well. And yeah, once that, you guys will know, once you see me start to promote the one take video called Wow, the second that you see me start pushing that on socials, that'll let you know the clock has started on the album. Because I'll put Wow out either 3 or 4 weeks before the album drops. So Wow will be, it's time to get started. Wow. And then I also already ordered hats from the manufacturer. So they'll be in. So we'll have those ready. And we're looking at possibly doing bundles of like the hats and the CDs. So we'll see. Obviously, again, it's just me trying to do it all. The Rookie Critic. I listened to around 150 of your songs on your channel, loved 80 of them, and liked 20. Good stuff. Hey! Thank you, man, because like to go through 150, you're going back through the discography. Hell, I probably don't even like all of that. If I go back and listen, there's so many things I would change. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the love. Super Balls. My mom took on and beat chemo and cancer. It's super shitty and just straight up sucks, man. I hope everything works out. Super Balls, thank you. Yeah, that's the only other delay that we have to the album. Is obviously I want Mama to listen to it all the way through. I'm proud of it. So I'm going to share that with her too. And once she gets a first listen all the way through, yeah, then we know the album's coming. Christy said, yeah, vinyl? Yes. Yes, people want vinyls. Let's go. Jen, we're not doing the requests at the moment. Bandcamp? What, like release the digital version on Bandcamp? I mean, you can get it direct from my website, but if there are Bandcamp requests, we can look into that. Your skin looks way too good for someone who's just been to a festival. Did you make a deal at a crossroads? I did. I definitely saw a demon at the festival. I went on a journey. There was literally this dude walking around as the Grim Reaper. So I stopped and had a conversation with him. And we talked about death. Yeah, it happened. It was surreal. So I might be looking over my shoulder. Mama comes first. Absolutely. But yeah, again, after Ren drops the full festival video and audio, I will react to it. I will break it down. I'm excited for that. He must have liked you. I know he did. I'm a little worried about that. Did you meet the old dude, Roger? Who's Roger? I saw a couple of you in my hat at the festival. That was cool. I went up to you guys. When I saw you guys wearing my hats, it was like a magnet. I was coming for you. You didn't even have to find me. I was coming to find you. I hope you didn't sign any contracts with him. 1 or 2. It's fine, right? Just a Faustian bargain or two. Be okay. Who needs a soul? Did you see the guy in only a hat? No, the Reaper was not repping my merch. I was a little upset with him. I did see a ding-along, though. There were a couple of those. Like, apparently, it's normal behavior at a festival just to whip the old penis out and wear a sunflower hat and walk around. Like, that motherfucker came up right next to me and, like, stopped next to me for a moment. I was on the phone at the time, and, you know, you just, like, you're trying to, like, look away and just keep that out of the peripheral altogether. What the fuck is a ding-along? I don't know. Put it in a bun and it's a hot dog in the middle of the summer. Eye contact only. Yeah. No, I did not look. You could just tell there's a thing waving around in the breeze, and you just knew that danger was coming. But there's a couple of those. People just free themselves at festivals. I got my rave on. It was fun on Sunday night after Chinchilla's show. Like, we all just went and, like, partied all night. I didn't know what I was doing. I'll tell you what, dancing to, like, the EDM and the techno stuff, that is a workout. I have a new respect for people who do that. You don't need to go to the gym all weekend. You just got to dance to that music. I'm sweating my ass off. I'm stamping. I'm moving all over the place. My body's doing things I didn't even know it could do. Why not? They gave me these 3D glasses. I looked up at the ceiling, and, like, lights were flashing everywhere, and it started to trip me out. I wasn't even on anything. A little bit later is when I saw the Grim Reaper, so maybe that makes sense. Megan. Oh, I do need to make another announcement on that. That's fine. Thank you for the direct dono, Megan. But yeah, I will make an announcement. By the way, be careful out here, guys, because you know on YouTube, there's someone who always tries to impersonate me whenever I see it. You guys report it and you delete it. I also do it, but they keep making new accounts and coming back. There's now someone doing it on my Facebook and Instagram, and it's getting really annoying, and they're direct messaging people. But, like, before, when they were, like, trying to scam, like, there's now people that are, like, hitting on you and having personal conversations. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. All right, just remember, my Instagram is knoxhilldmv. Right, my Facebook has a check next to it. And I'm a very articulate person. But yeah, if there's ever any doubt, if you ever have doubts to my identity, email me directly. Just send the link and be like, hey, am I actually talking to you? Just please be careful out here. Because I don't want you guys to get tricked. It sucks. There's so many things that suck about being an influencer, and this is one of them. Renegade, what up, Knox? Shopping in to show some love and to wish you a huge success with your upcoming endeavors you have up for you and your fam. Much love and respect, my guy. Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, be careful out here, guys. Super Balls, I've always wanted to know what your hardest bars to break down. Probably Aesop Rock. Because he's so metaphorical, and you really got to think way through it. Because he has so many angles and ways you can interpret it, and so symbolic. Kat, I love when people try to impersonate people I know personally. Like, F them so hard. I know it's ridiculous. I hate that. There's scammers everywhere. Just always be careful. And yeah, the DMV is DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I made it like a decade ago. Not the DMV like Department of Motor Vehicles. I wouldn't know about Instagram, but good looking out, Knox. Yeah, there's definitely an Instagram that fakes it. There's a Facebook that now fakes it. And obviously there's fake accounts here on YouTube. Also, I don't own a Telegram account. If they try to send you to Telegram, it is a scam. It is 100% a scam. I will never ask you for your bank details. I will never ask you for a payment on shipping or anything like that. The second that you get asked for money, it's red flags. Like I saw the scammer try to justify like, oh, you won this free prize. I'm going to send this to you for free. Like you just got to pay for shipping. No. No. Just be careful. And again, if there's ever any doubt, reach out to me. That's the best way to handle it. There was like 4 Instagram accounts. I know it's ridiculous. Where's my PS5? I know. Like, he's giving my PS5. Craig, I love your verse on Down on the Beat. You're the best surprise entrance at SGP. All the best for the new album to you and your family. Thank you so much, man. I want to know who's got the pig mask. Do me a favor, internet. Put this out there. I want to know who claimed the pig mask that I threw into the crowd. I want to find that out. I just want to know. Because you can see me throw it. I frisbee tossed it, and you see someone catch it. Someone snatched it. I mean, someone was just outfielder on that. Just full-on snatch, bring it in. Cal Ripken did home. So if anybody knows, tell them to reveal themselves, maybe, please. That's one of the big internet mysteries right now. That's what I want to know. Miss V, are festivals in USA kind of the same? I don't know. I've never been to a festival. Literally, the first festival I've ever been to, I played at it. So that was wild. Like being a hip-hop guy, I wasn't really a festival guy. It was more like indoor venues in cities. Like, you know, we were in Philly and B-more in D.C. That was our scene. 4, 5, 6... I don't know what that means. What's up, Knox Hill? It's good to see you. Hey, thank you so much. Awesome reaction. Thank you, bro. I had fun messaging with the fake Ren. Oh, God. Ren asked you to marry. Lord. That was my first true festival. How cool is the culture over there with people of all ages and stages of all genres? It was awesome. Yeah, that's what was dope. Is that you could just go everywhere and listen to whatever music you were feeling at the time. I really enjoyed that. And for me, honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'd say we all know what I've gone through personally, and I've definitely had moments this year where I've just thought about, is this even worth it? And I have had some conversations, and I have started thinking about just, you know, just hanging it up. Because I've always said I don't really care for the fame and notoriety, and when you get, the bigger you get, the bigger target that you have, the more people want to tear you down, the more negativity you get. I think the internet's just getting toxic in general, especially social media. So many bots run landscapes now. There's so many divisive comments. You can't be happy anymore. Someone wants to tear you down. Like, it's just, it's not me. It's not what I stand for in my core values. I enjoy being out in the world so much more. And I know it's a great irony having a job that keeps you on social media so much. And yeah, I was having some conversations and exploring things because you guys know I've got enough real life shit going on that I just want to focus on and deal with. And, you know, sometimes timing helps. Like, this couldn't have come at a better time. Just being able to go out and to meet some of you and to actually put faces to names, it meant a lot. And just making those human connections and just playing shows again and reminding myself of why I started in the first place. Because I just love music. And then watching other artists perform and watching some of my friends perform and celebrating their victories. And just, yeah, just being in the moment and just reminding myself of the passion that I have for this art and how blessed I am to pursue something I love and to enjoy it. It was definitely a tonic that was very much needed. So yeah, that was that was my festival experience. That was my show. Thank you guys for sitting with me, for listening to me just like talk on, go on about things. Listen, I just wanted to have a little bit of a connection time with you. You know, we got a lot of exciting stuff on the way. I dropped a lot of information, did a little practice for you, did some announcements. So stay tuned because we have a lot more on the way on this channel and coming. You guys know I'm always on the grind for you. I got a lot more content on the way. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming. So thank you so much as always. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with me, for all the subs, for all the super chats, for all the support. The mod, shout out to you as well. Thank you always, guys. I love you. Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. And you know I'm going to catch you again. All right, everybody. Be cool.